the Student Association builds inclusivity into everything it does. We are open to all students, and we have a zero tolerance policy, which means that any instances of harassment or discrimination are immediately dealt with, especially if you're on a night out, because if you come out in drag or if you come out with a group of friends and you're all having fun singing Lady Gaga, there is no acceptability to people discriminating against you for that. So I think that's a really great policy we have in place. So at the Student Association, we have an Equal Opportunities Committee, which is headed by someone called the Director of Wellbeing, who focuses on equal opportunities, but also student welfare. As part of that Equal Opportunities Committee, we have a Saints LGBT officer and a Saints LGBT group, which is a group of kind of passionate, committed individuals, like wholly dedicated to making sure that LGBT people in St Andrews thrive and have the support network they need. On top of that, we also have a zero tolerance policy in the union, which is against harassment of any kind. Now that's not a no platforming thing, but it means that on nights out, if anyone is slightly intolerant, whether that's sexist, homophobic, racist, it means that immediately that person is banned and disciplinary action is pursued, which is a really kind of reassuring thing and just makes the union a place where all students can feel free to come and not be kind of discriminated against. I think St Andrews is not a place to worry about being out. I think it is possibly one of the safest and most reassuring places because we are such a tight community. I've never ever been afraid to show kind of who I am here. I have trans friends, bi friends, gay friends who just feel completely comfortable to be who they are. We have a packed calendar of social events, from everything from drag walk to Transfest, which highlight that we are an open and inclusive student body. I really can't promote it enough as a place that is completely accepting and really free of discrimination, actually. One of the things that we worked on really hard this year was Pangea, which is a racial diversity festival, but also a diversity festival in general, which works to foster an acceptance of different cultures. Its tagline is 3 Streets, 1 World, and it's really trying to bring to kind of students' attention that even though we're a really small place, we have so many different nationalities and so many different cultures here, and that's part of what makes us such a great university. Other things we've worked on are we've helped to promote Queerfest and Transfest, which are now the biggest they've ever been. Queerfest takes place in February and is a celebration of LGBT History Month. We think it's incredibly important that we remember that, and we celebrate it as such every February. We also have St Andrews Pride in April. That used to take place in February, but we've moved it to April so that it can be a little sunnier and a little nicer this year. But I think that was the first ever Pride Parade in Fife, which is kind of a landmark achievement and one that we're incredibly excited and proud of. And that goes from strength to strength every year. So this year we want more of the community involved and to really make it an event that brings the town together for LGBT people and non-LGBT people. One of the things that we did last year and that we're continuing on is in pushing for gender-neutral bathrooms. I really love this movement of gender-neutral bathrooms being included across the university, but also across society in general. I think that when you look at the gay male community, and to an extent the gay women community, they've advanced so much more than some other areas of the community, like kind of bisexual recognition and trans rights have. And I think that gender-neutral bathrooms really bring transgender rights and justice for trans people right up to the modern day, and kind of it's the LGBT community working on areas where it's currently kind of underrepresented and bringing them forward. I think gender-neutral bathrooms are so important. I think that for trans people to have their gender kind of institutionally rejected just by something as simple as going to the toilet, I think that's a ridiculous state of society, especially when there are so many single cubicle toilets that are empty and that can be changed to gender neutral or WC. So I'm really glad that the Student Association is now fully gender neutral on every floor, and that's now a change that's being spread out across the university. I think that's a really exciting thing.